What is up, people? So you might not be aware of this, or maybe you are. There's a new Guilty Gear game coming out, and they released a trailer for it. So you know what I had to do is go through it and pick it apart and look at all the pretty animation and stuff. So let's get to it. Um, might help if. So one of the things, jeez, I'm like speechless. I said I was gonna make a video, but I kind of can't talk. Okay, when they get back to like a longer cut of a close-up and not so much this gameplay, because the thing about the gameplay is, oh, it looks so good. The gameplay is gonna have a lot of hit stop and stuff, and that's not really what I'm interested in talking in. Ooh, that looks so good. So there's a thing happening. Excuse my clicking button presses. I just had to talk about how they're simulating 2D so hard. I think one of the things that's really crazy to me about this whole thing ArcSys Works does with their games like Dragon Ball and Grand Blue Fantasy and all these other games is that their timing is so on point. And that's really the thing that sells it looking 2D is the timing. I'm trying to get back to the beginning of this. The thing that really sells it looking 2D is just how on point the timing is. It's really like how they sort of over exaggerate this whole sequence, and like if it was 2D I would say it's a little over animated, but like it even though I know this is 3D and I think it has tells that it's 3D, it is so close to 2D. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can put this in slow motion for a second. How do? Okay, let's play this back at like a quarter speed. Ooh, the audio. let me do you guys a favor and mute that. So like the thing that's interesting to me is it's doing this thing where like if I had to draw this, where I'm going to edit this out. Okay, so this little close-up right here, if I had to draw this, there'd be certain little things I would do to make this easier on myself to draw that they're doing in this 3D clip. It makes me think they have 2D artists doing like a 2D pass, and then maybe they're just like going over it and rotoscoping it. And then it does this thing where it sort of like cuts, it transitions on the zoom, which is a super anime thing. I'm gonna wait till it gets to the end with the other stuff, but like, it just the level of detail. Like they have to have 2D animators. I guess it's ArcSys Works, so of course they have 2D animators. But I'm just saying, like from 2D animators specifically that have worked on TV before, just because a lot of the things with their poses and just like you've seen things that are 3D that try to emulate 2D, but the things that make it not look good are usually they make it choppy without really accounting for the timing. Like, look at this, that looks so nasty. And like, you can, I think the illest thing about this is that you could pause on any still and it kind of registers as a drawing. Like, it's got the same sort of rules as a drawing to make it read and look good. The silhouettes are good. And like I said, these little zoomy transitions they do where they'll flash something across the screen to hide the camera angle change in the transition, which is a thing 3D doesn't need to do, but the fact that they're doing it, you know, adds to the aesthetic and the look of it. It looks so good. You know what I mean? I think they're just using a higher frame, a cell count for this game compared to XR. It looks so good. Oh, I love it. So, I mean, I guess I don't really have much more to say about this than that. I took some notes. Let's see. I think the one thing that bothers me that kind of probably can't be avoided is that the camera looks like it's at 60 FPS compared to the characters being on 3s. Like just her facial animation. That is such an anime thing. I love it. It looks so good. Because the thing about 2D is like, you know, normally in 3D, if you go through while something is in motion, you're going to find a wonky, really crazy looking frame. Whereas in 2D, every drawing has to look good. And because you're drawing them, you know, you're on every drawing, you can guarantee that they'll look good. And it's just so crazy to see them take that level of detail and put it into this. Like, look at that. Like, I was just about to say, look at that drawing. But it's not a drawing. It looks so good. And also just the way they're able to manipulate the shadows and everything. It's so crazy. I'm going to buy this game just because of how it looks. Like, Xrd, I bought Xrd and never played it because all I do is look at how pretty it looks in HD. So let's watch it one more time at full speed. Yeah, ArcSys Works. They are the Capcom of this generation. Capcom's not the Capcom of this generation. And I love how it looks just like the 2D stills. Like, I can tell the stills are drawings that Daisuke probably did. And they look just like his drawings. Even the colored line work and everything. Like, I just love the fact that I can gush about this as if it was 2D. That's how well done it was. It looks so good. And just like with Xrd, I'm probably not going to be able to play it. That's it. I just wanted to, like, really gush about how good this looks. You know, I can't. I think the craziest thing about this is like the early version of this technique they're doing. Like 5 or even 10 years down the line, you know, they might have some shit that just looks like a cartoon. This is close. I mean, I feel like if I wasn't an animator, I wouldn't be able to tell. It's just so good. It's so good, and I love it. I'm here for it. That's all I got to say.